All right, everybody, welcome to Quantum Leaps, the show where we interview artists, innovators, investors, and builders who are doing brand new things with nested NFTs and DeFi NFTs. Here today we have the one and only Anthony Azekwoh.
Hi.
Thanks for stepping on and having a conversation with me today. Appreciate it.
No, thanks so much, man. Yeah,
Man, it's been really exciting following your NFT journey. Sort of inadvertently since the beginning of it. I guess you were saying we met each other maybe almost a year ago now.
Yeah.
It's been a wild ride. So well, I like to keep these interviews pretty short, so I'm just going to jump right into it here. So recently you sold out all of your works on Super Rare, and now you're dropping something on Nifty Gateway. Can you tell us a little bit about your new drop and
my new drop, my new drop kind of coincides with my new artistic phase, of homecoming, of trying to get more into myself and really make work that I feel gets to my core. It's different from everything else I've done, but it still has that similar feel of, this is something that's crazy. That's definitely where I'm trying to go.
Nice. And can you give us any details, or is it still a bit of a secret in terms of how many pieces are coming out and when
it's still that's still kind of in the works as well. So I think it's still being worked out.
All right. Well, we'll have to hold our breath for that then. But I mean, in general, it's been really lovely to just witness your what you might call meteoric success. You're rising really quickly in the NFT space. Selling out all your pieces on Super Rare has been awesome to see. And so, can you talk a little bit about what the journey through like becoming an NFT artist has been like, and how it's shaped you as a person, or changed your vision at all, or enabled you to do new things in your life? And maybe talk about it.
I think that that's not right. You were definitely there in the beginning. I think that in the beginning there was a lot of things that, especially in this world of like tech and NFTs, I didn't really understand. And a lot of things like this I took for granted. And it's like now, watching them in terms of, I feel personally, I've become a lot more patient. Like, I feel like I've become a lot more patient, a lot more observant in terms of my own work and my community, my surroundings. With NFTs, definitely one thing that I remember the first month, that was after the charge particles drop, actually. I wasn't able to sleep well at night because I was like, wow, this is really cool. But then I'm missing something. So the next month I started the Anthony Azekwoh Fund, where we fund 4 artists a year. And I think just doing that, being able to give back like to the people that have helped me all through, it's really been great, to work out through this time. NFTs have really helped me do that.
Yeah. For anyone who's watching that doesn't know, Anthony was one of the featured artists at our launch event, the first Charged Particles event in the metaverse. And I believe you sold out your 5 or 6 paintings in like 5 minutes. I think you were the first artist to sell out. I remember we jumped on a Zoom call afterwards, and you were just shell shocked. Like, how is this?
I was. I was very, very shocked at how fast that was, and also just how, like, I feel like that day my life had changed, and it's like I was like, bro, how did this happen like so quickly? Like, where has this been? Where have I been? Definitely that was something else.
Now, I wonder, do you think that the NFT space provides like a special opportunity for people in your home country of Nigeria? I know there's maybe a sort of a special sort of access to a global market that artists couldn't find before, maybe, or something like this. Would you say that this is true?
Yeah, I think that with countries like Nigeria, where there are very strict laws, preventing a lot of people from participating, in globally already. And then you also find situations with the constant devaluation of the naira, like our currency. Spaces like the NFTs that are traded in cryptocurrencies, which have the value of their own, it's definitely life-changing, because between the launch was March, wasn't it?
Yeah, February, March. Yeah, right around
February, March. Yeah, I think between then Naira has gone down so much more. So it's like being able to trade in that space kind of protects you and your funds a lot.
That's awesome. Yeah. So you mentioned a little bit this new artist fund. Could you talk a little bit more about that? I've seen some pictures. I've also seen the number on the fund going up, which you love to see as well. Like, Can you tell us a little
Yeah,
bit about what's the goal there, and how did you decide to start this?
yeah. I feel like financially, finances are a large part of being an artist in a country like this, where you're going to need money for materials, for paint, for any devices if you're digital. And I feel like just being able to empower artists in that way, being able to make digital galleries for them in that way, is something I know that it's an opportunity that helped me years ago, and I'm happy to be able to provide now. So, as NFT sales go up, I always put some more funds into the fund. I'm like, okay, yeah, this has to go up as well. So I think that's definitely one of the things that's on my mind.
That's amazing. Yeah. So as you continue succeeding, more and more artists in Nigeria being supported, and I've seen on your following, on your Instagram and your Twitter, there really are a lot of artists that like look up to you, look to you as a model of someone who's made it and who's succeeding, and it gives them a lot of hope. And how does that feel?
I think being able to meet and see a lot of the people during these past few days was definitely, because it's moving so fast, it hasn't quite sunk in yet that, oh, wow. But I think it just feels like definitely it feels like, okay, the work we're not even near finished, we're just getting started, It seems like there's more to do. The fund can definitely be more, I still have more in me, before the year is done. And it just makes me feel like, okay, we still have a lot more to cover before I can say that, okay, I can finally rest.
Nice. Well, it's really lovely to watch not only your success, but bringing all of these people looking up to you along for the ride as well. And it's obviously, it's clearly just the beginning. Like I said at the beginning of this interview, you've sold out of super rare. I mean, that's an incredible accomplishment.
And that started with charged particles, all that while ago. I think definitely that launch was really, really nice. And even speaking with you during those times, like you were coaching me through the space, I feel like that definitely helped my mind understand what the space was about.
Yeah, so sold out of the launch party at Charged Particles, sold out of super rare. Nifty Gateways around the corner. And so part of the reason we wanted to speak with you today is because what people might not be aware of is that arguably your most famous collection of work, the Deathless, is on Charged Particles right now. And if I'm understanding the goal, it's like you're going to have these, I think it's 6 or 7 paintings nested inside a single collection, along with
I'm excited about that.
Yeah, along with some other sorts of, like maybe some artist bios, some tokens earning interest, just like a whole collection as a single NFT.
Item. Yeah, I think definitely that's what we're trying to do now. We're just going to be able to nest 7 of them inside, with artist bios, like you said, the coins, just to really drive the value up and also be able to present this immutable work of art, where I feel like the 7 paintings were really, really important to me and my work so far. I'm really happy that they're up, and I'm excited for what they have to do next.
Yeah, so could you tell us a little bit about the collection? This is actually how I came across your work in the first place. Was I think your most famous painting is the Red Man, which is part of this Deathless collection. And I think on Twitter it's got like 250,000 or maybe more than 250,000 likes, which is insane. Like, 230,000 likes or something on Twitter for that post. And just those NFTs are just timeless, really. And I wonder if you could maybe tell us a little bit about how those came about and the process and why they're so important to you as an artist.
Yeah, I think the paint, I feel like it started with the Red Man. And I feel like with the Red Man, it was like this, it was meant to be a practice run. I was meant to just try something out, And, it was a black and white study that I turned the background into red, and I found that, oh, wow, it really works very well. And, that was the beginning of the whole collection, where it's like, a lot of people wanted a red daughter, red son, red wife, but I felt like, the direction I wanted to go was something that had a lot more diversity inside it, a lot more variety, and that's where the collection came from.
That's amazing. I know for me personally, when I came across it the first time, it was in spring of 2020 sometime, and it was really right at the height of the most recent sort of Black Lives Matter, people, the whole world paying attention to the Black Lives Matter movement, and there was a lot of energy around it at that time. And I think that like there was something just so striking about that, the soul you captured in that painting, that I think spoke to a lot of people at that time. Yeah, so it's really exciting to see all of those works nested inside a single collection. Yeah, and so what would you say is the next step for you as an artist? What's on your horizon besides all of what we've talked about so far?
Yeah, I feel like definitely right now, you know, by next month, I'm hoping that I'll probably be able to like stop painting for the year. You know, I just really focus on structuring myself and being able to structure the fund
Mm.
and just really focus on kind of, I feel like I've done a good job of being an artist for a while. I'm going to continue that, but I'm also going to start focusing on being a better person as well, you know, start to get some new skills. Filmmaking is something I've been interested in for a while, and also music. Within the next 10 years, I'm trying to just really push myself to the absolute max I can. And then, you know, be able to look back and be like, yes, I've done a lot, you know, I've done okay.
That's amazing. Really, really amazing stuff. Well, it's been a pleasure to be a part of and witness your process, and I'm sure we'll meet each other sometime in Lagos. I'll have to fly out there and say
Yes,
hello one of these days.
yes.
Yeah, but anyway, for anyone watching, we'll include links below to all of Anthony's work, his website, the Nifty drop, as well as the Deathless nested collection on charged particles. Thanks so much for talking with me today. I appreciate it, man.
Thank you so much for having me. Yes.
Until next time.
Yeah.